Hey everyone, this is the dude from the Dinosaur and the Dude, kicking off a new episode uh, for all of you to enjoy. And that's the big thing that we are striving for in every episode that we bring. It's just the dinosaur and I going just off the top of the dome. Guys, we flow from topic to topic, just depending on however it is, things are going on in our life, where we're talking about everything about elderly people and dealing with different things that are going on with families, us personally, and then how we view certain things in the world. At no point do we try to demean, degrade, or diminish anyone out there. So if it comes off that way, that's not the intent. It's just really one of those things where we're talking about it as freely as possible. We hope everybody enjoys it. We hope everybody's having a great time. And we hope that our listenership, I think that's the right word, continues to grow as we bring as best content as we can. So here's our latest episode. Hope you all enjoy. Thanks. Hey everyone, this is the dude from the Dinosaur and the Dude podcast. I want to tell you about an amazing product from an also amazing brand named Bobby Rapscallion. They put out fantastic CBD products, very high potency, premium products of gummies and oils, all of which, at this point in time, all of which are broad spectrum, which means there's no THC in it. So if you're a professional or someone that has to worry about random drug tests wherever you work, you don't have to worry about this THC lingering in the background. Is it going to show up in the piss test or not? Because they have no THC in there. So you only get the benefit of the CBD. You're nothing to worry about in regards to THC. So if you're allergic to it or you don't want to worry about it, highly recommend Bobby Rapscallion. You can find them at bobbyrapscallion.com. That's bobbyrapscallion.com. All right, back to the episode.
I don't care about the clip.
What?
All right. But it automatically starts recording as soon as the person connects. Yeah.
Beautiful and awesome and wonderful. So, hey, in case you're just going to listen to this and think, what are these two turds up to? We're just Dino, and he's the dude, and we are going to be talking about our aging parents and fam and adulting and yay. And a bunch of seriously weird shit.
Oh. See, okay. So you started. Okay. So you just started.
Hi, welcome. It's good to have you.
I thought you were telling me some shit. You were like, "Oh, hey, okay."
No, I did just tell you some shit. Know that, okay?
It was like, okay,
rewind.
Hey, if you do, okay, hold on, hey, and I'm staring. I'm like, okay, she's telling me something, and I was like, wait, what? Is he telling? Is this the intro she's been working on? Because it sounds like the same shit we always say. But I'm gonna let her go. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you finish, Taylor Swift. But it didn't make any sense. All right, cool. Okay, so we finally got this to work. So yeah, it's like, yeah, I was reading the FAQs on how to make all this shit work, and it was telling me this whole thing. And then I finally saw the one where, yeah, if you're on the phone, you need an account. If you're on a desktop or laptop, you don't need an account. And up to like 5 people can be on at the same time, but they all need accounts if they're using their phones.
Okay. Well, I had to log out of my account in order to get in, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if that was the case. I'm doing all right. You?
Yeah, I'm good, I think.
Yeah, there's always that ellipse, and I think even when people say, I'm doing good, I'm all right, it's the understood, I think, at the end. I think that's what I feel.
I think I'm going through some shit, but that's okay. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
How's the fam?
No, all right.
I'm sorry. You go.
No. No, I was gonna say this is your day. This is you going because I went. Because I feel like I went the last 3 episodes. I feel like I feel like
You have needs, man. You have got needs, okay?
yeah. There you go. I got needs. That made you know what that made me that yeah that made me feel better because I had a two-parter
You
and
did.
I
Part 2 is riveting.
yeah riveting. I had a two-parter. Both of them went like 2 hours, so that's shitty of me. So now
No,
you
it's not. Listen, I just want to say something to you. I really appreciate you figuring this shit out
oh yeah.
because, yeah, I really appreciate it. Truly. Because I would have been, our router, our cable modem went out. It's a cable modem router combo. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, I feel right.
Mm.
That's gross.
So
Um,
that's the shit you're going through. Is that and your technology is fucking about.
yeah, it's knocking around, and I don't like it too much. So we had to replace it, and
Yeah.
I was trying to get it hooked up, and I couldn't do it, and I finally just handed it off to Laura
Mm.
and was like, "Take this. I
Yeah, I was
can't
gonna.
do it."
Laura was just like, "Oh, okay, thanks."
She was like, I'll do what you tell me to," and I'm like, "Oh, fix it."
I'll do it.
I don't know.
You told me to. I just won't. It doesn't mean I like it. I don't. I don't think
Fix
I'll
it.
like it, but I'll do
It
that.
sounded cool to me.
Yeah, I'll do that for the sake that I know that if you try it, it's gonna get more fucked up.
There's going to be a lot of negative vibrations in this house. Don't.
Yeah, it's gonna be like we got to get a whole new everything because that just completely fucked it up.
Hey, I
Well,
have a
cool.
question for you.
Yeah.
Am I getting some feedback?
Oh, I don't
Do you
know.
hear that? I'm
Um,
going to try.
it sounds okay to me. What? You're what?
Okay. So I had my little earbud thing in.
Oh,
No,
uh,
it's still doing it.
I mean, I'm on speaker, but that's the only way I can be. So I don't know. It's just you.
Normally, it may be this new damn router.
Yeah, it's just you, and technology is hating you. But I'm not hearing the feedback from you.
I've never felt older than I do right now today as I walk into my bedroom and I look to the right, and on my shelf next to my bed is the lidocaine pain patch and the arthritis pain cream.
Oh,
Thanks, Derby. It was worth it. But
oh,
shit,
and yeah,
it
wow.
hurts.
Um, okay. So I don't think we
What's on
ever.
the agenda?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I don't think we ever have topics, and so that's all we
You
talk about.
can.
I don't think it. I don't think we need them because
You really don't? Because you don't think that we need some sort of structure?
well, well, I
I
think
mean,
this.
I'm ADHD. I'll be lost in the backyard before you even know what's
Yeah,
going on.
I think the structure is already there. Like we talk about us older people that we have to take care of, and family shit, and then personal shit, and so
Yeah.
it's like a gamut of things that we can float through. But I think that having like a okay, we're going to talk about this, and then we're going to talk about this, and then we're going to talk about this, and then we're going to talk about this, and like we're going to have these 3 to 4 things that we nail it down. These 3 to 4 things that we're going to talk about. I think that's too structured, and then
Okay, I was gonna say that just gave me anxiety when you were like,
yeah,
and
I
then this,
think
and then this, and then
yeah,
this, and I'm like,
I, yeah. Then we're having to figure out like how much time. Okay, do we give equal time to everything? I'm like, fuck that, because I think we'll miss the natural flow of
and the
conversation.
of it.
Yeah, I think the natural flow of conversation will get missed if we're just sticking to a
Agreed.
script of sorts. So fuck
Well, I
that.
mean, knowing you and you knowing me, we're both pretty much organic people. Like what you see is what you get.
Sure,
So
sure.
even sometimes when we don't know what that is,
Right.
or you
That's
know,
all,
and that's
yeah,
okay too.
yeah.
Look,
All right.
dude, I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I have not figured it out.
Nobody does. Nobody really knows. I mean, nobody really knows. And then when they realize that the shit that they're doing isn't what they really wanted to do when they quote unquote grew up, then that's when depression and drug abuse sets in, or some sort of vice that is the equivalent. That's
What
my theory.
what counts as drug abuse?
Well, that's what I meant, like drug abuse or vice. I want to take away drug abuse and just put vice in there because it could be anything.
Okay. Because I have a vice. I
Yeah,
have a
it could be
vice.
gambling, it could be sports, it could be what the fuck ever somebody does.
Rubbing myself down with arthritis cream.
Whatever it is that somebody does, whatever somebody indulges in to escape whatever the fuck they're in. However, like if somebody's thing is building birdhouses, then it could be something mundane like that. It doesn't have to be something. But I'm saying it doesn't have to be like something like a lot of times people hear vices and they think, oh, it's something risque or it's something aberrant. It's
like somebody's smoking the devil's lettuce.
Yeah, I mean, well, nah, you're smoking the devil. I mean, it's not. That's pretty much mundane now. Now it's smoking the devil's lettuce while you're at a specialty store getting fitted for a gimp suit. It's got to be something like, like I'm the
So pretty much like every random Tuesday for you, right?
Right. I mean, yeah, I'm a Gimp Suit Tailor. That's my vice.
Hey,
like,
somebody has to do it.
Well, yeah, somebody definitely.
And I appreciate you stepping up. Okay, know that.
Somebody definitely has to do it because none of this stuff comes. All of that stuff has to come tailor fit. Come on, I've seen people in them before. You're not trying them on.
It's not one size fit all latex bodysuit.
Oh, maybe it is. I've not ordered one. If we ever
in a hot minute.
If we ever get sponsored, I might, just for content's sake, say, okay,
ooh, that's good for you. I ain't doing it because one pop of that on my skin will be screaming my ass off.
No, I'll do it. I ordered a Gimp suit. Let me run you through the process. This is where you go. And
I love your gusto.
I'm sure it's a rabbit hole. I'm absolutely positive it's a rabbit hole. Like,
I don't know if there's going to be a rabbit hole on that Gimp suit or not. They might not call it a rabbit hole though. They might call it something else.
Oh no. You're right. There's the entendre there. I think though it is I don't know. I could be wrong. I think with that culture, like I even feel bad saying subculture because that's just somebody demeaning someone else's culture as not being their own, and so it must be beneath them. I think that culture has bouginess to it as well. So you come on the scene and you walk in a room and you're like, that Gimp suit so Payless. Some shit like that where like you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta have some quality stuff to where people can like, ooh, that is some nice shark skin Gimp suit you got on. Something like that. I think. I'm not sure. When we get sponsored, I'll look into it. So
okay, that's a great idea. If you can hear me, I'm currently walking in the dark a bag of Brussels sprouts out to my trash can because I just realized that the gnats are coming from there.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is the same. A shameless request. If Adam and listen to our podcast, we'd love to be sponsored by them, and I'll do product reviews and go down this see what rabbit hole there is for ordering a Gimp suit.
Wow. I mean, I kind of think that I might need to see that.
It's not for you to do. I mean,
No, I know. I just want to see you do it.
Oh no! There's the thing. Check the words that I'm saying because I'm very aware of the words that I'm saying. I'm not putting it on. I'm just going through the process of ordering one.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, because here's my luck.
Tell me.
My luck is, oh, yeah, I'll try this on. And then that's the time that I fall down some stairs and break both legs. And then I'm found two broke leg man in a Gimp suit. That's what the 911 caller is hearing.
Oh, right.
And then I'm being found, and they have to reset my legs, but they can't take the Gimp suit off because it's so skin tight. So they got to reset my legs. That's how my luck plays out. So
they just surgically slice it, and then they'll just fix your shit, and then they'll just sew it back up.
Oh no! Because mine's
not even that courtesy.
Mine's got to be a compound fracture, some fucked up shit. So it's got to be something. Like the only way they're cutting through it is if my bone is already poked through the so I can't put it on.
Dirt on it. It'll be fine.
I can't put it on because that's where my head goes. That like, oh yeah, as soon as you put this on, that's when you're found. That's when you are, shot by a neighbor or something like that in a Gimp suit. Because I probably would run around the neighborhood at least once. Run the block.
Yeah, well, you never know. Maybe there's some other people that are like, oh, let me go get mine on. I love how we can play out a story for so long. There's got to be a record, and I think that we would win it.
Nah, there's got to be some people that are like in an insane asylum that's going to just beat us every time. Props to them.
Funny.
So
okay, crisis averted at the house.
Yeah. So one, Brussels sprouts, throw them away. Not because I hate Brussels sprouts, but man, they can get funky super quick.
They're produce. Look, produce ain't what it used to be. Okay.
Oh wow, really?
Back in my day,
you got to grow your own. Grow your own. That's when you really respect produce. Is when when you grow your own and you realize, how the fuck did they get all those blueberries in that bag? Because only so many are on this blueberry bush. It's like 5 blueberry bushes make up one blueberry bag. And if not, how are you making all those? No, legit. I tried to go grow blueberries one time. I had blueberry bushes. I'll be damned if I had enough to go in one bowl out of those 2 bushes.
Really? That sucks.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Oh, my gardening escapades. Oh, fuck. Like if it was up to me for us to survive, we're eating people. Like,
I was just gonna say,
eating people. Like my strawberries were eaten. My berries.
Okay, I've got to tell you something terrible.
Okay.
Okay.
Better be terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So I went to this prepper meeting.
Wait, pause.
What's that?
Pause.
Are you laughing?
No.
I hate you. There's something wrong with this.
Okay,
on
fine.
my end.
No. I was absolutely laughing because I wasn't expecting you to say that sentence. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, right.
So to a prepper meeting.
Hey, look, I'm just trying to be informed. That's all I'm trying to do.
No shame at all. I just was. You got me. I wasn't ready for that.
Okay, well, if I got you, then this is really gonna get you.
Okay.
So
Yeah, for sure. No,
Yeah, and
I'm
I think that I may have offended one of the ladies that was there.
well, you offended a prepper?
Yeah, I offended
Okay.
I offended a prepper.
All right. So from the beginning, you went to a prepper meeting.
Yep.
Wait, pause, rewind it a little bit. Is this something that you've gone to before?
So I went to the very first one that they had. I went to it, and then we shared what type of knowledge we have and the type of knowledge that we want to obtain.
Okay.
And then there's a presentation, at least one presentation every meeting. So
So wait.
I
And I'm always trying to leave names out, but I know you don't because whatever. But so you and your wife are into prepping.
yeah.
Okay. That's the part I was like, okay, rewind back. So you
I mean, don't give my location, obviously, but fuck.
yeah. So the two of you go to these meetings where
No,
you
well,
can.
she's been working, so it's just been me.
Oh, okay. But you go to these meetings to basically exchange information and learn new techniques from other preppers.
Right, if a survival situation were to happen.
Okay, cool. So now I'm kind of in the know. I didn't know if it was like for me, I've walked into presentations before because I made the wrong turn. I was like, oh shit, this is a preppers meeting. I was really looking for something else. And then I'm kind of like, well, I'm gonna stay.
You're like, is the Gimp support group in here, or
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Yeah, I legit walked into a couple of the rooms and like, okay, I stayed a little bit because I didn't want to seem like I was the guy that was coming in, oh, fuck no, and then leave. Like,
right. Bitches.
Yeah, I was there for a little bit, then played like I had diarrhea, and that's how I left. So, okay. You went to a prep meeting. Okay, go. I'm all caught up now.
And
you
so
went to
it was the second one.
Okay, yeah.
So I went to the second one, and I did the presentation on herbal medicine.
Okay.
Because I know a little bit about herbal medicine, and then that's the word on the street.
Yeah.
I mean, in my cul-de-sac, that's the word on the street. In my cul-de-sac.
Yeah, listeners, take it as you will.
Like I'm a baller, you know, like mostly but in like a quarter of my cul-de-sac. That's all.
Yeah, sure. No, herbal medicine.
Yeah.
Cul-de-sac. Okay, go.
And so this lady was this lady was saying something.
Yeah, I can hear the disdain right there. This lady. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it was totally my fault. Sometimes I have this social anxiety thing where I'll say super inappropriate things at the most inappropriate time.
Right.
And my wife, she's a therapist, and she recognizes it as, this is what she tells people, no shit for real. She says, my wife lost all of her home training during the pandemic.
Oh, that's cool.
It's true. It's totally true.
A great opener. All right.
So
they're at this meeting and they're talking about the awesomeness of prepping, and it says, oh, hey, tell us about the herbal medicine, and you're laying it down. You're giving it to them.
I'm laying it down, and I'm like, okay, this is what we're going to do, because in an emergency situation, they were talking about like within the first 3 months of an economic collapse, that 90% of the population would likely be gone because people are going to start killing.
Wait.
To start hoarding.
Somebody thought that through, that like 90% of the population on Earth?
Or whatever area you're in.
Okay, so let's just say Earth. 90%.
So it's like, okay, listen, if it's me, you, and Laura, 2 of us are going away.
Yeah, no. I understand the math. I'm just saying, wow, somebody sat down and figured out the math.
Right.
And then gave it a timetable, like, you know what? 90% of these motherfuckers are gone. And by that I mean in the first 3 months, 90%
Yeah. So what I was saying is that if I needed to step up on an elderly, I would if I had to.
Wait. That's what you said.
And she kind of looked at me like she was judging me, and
No,
she was offended.
you answer that question. Is that what you said in the meeting? If I had to step up on an elderly.
I'm just saying.
No, wait. You better answer this fucking question. Did you say in the meeting while talking about herbal medicine and in response to the rough and unproven stat that 90% of the population, regardless of it's the 90%, okay, 90% of the population you know of. Okay, we'll ease it down. It won't be the Earth, but well, I mean, it won't be we won't say the Earth because there's no way you can go running around the Earth and making with some Earth senses to say yes, 90%. But okay, 90% of the population around you that you know of, so in your city or whatever,
sure,
90% of that is gone within the first 3 months.
Yeah, because it's going to be like if somebody's stepping up on you.
Yeah, no, but I get what you were saying. It was like the fighting and the looting and people dying from injuries and lack of medicine. I get all that, and it rapidly in 3 months. And you're saying in a self-reflective way, but yet allowed, you know what? If that 90%, if I want to be on the other side of that 90%,
yeah,
say the 10% that survives to see the 4th month, because who knows how long they'll last. But if I want to get past the 3 months, and in order for me to get past the 3 months,
look, somebody could be asking me for directions, but if I'll be like,
it comes down to me, this elderly.
Done.
I'm stepping up on some elderly to make sure I guarantee my spot with the 10%. And to your point, like you just said, if they're asking for directions, Jesus Christ, if they're asking for directions,
I'll be like, you up on me?
I'm gonna straight up give them directions to the angry mob that's going to loot their vehicle.
I'll give you directions to my foot.
Oh my God. You're gonna wait. You won't even give them directions. You're gonna off them so you can take their vehicle.
I'll tell them where to go. You can go straight to, please go to heaven.
Here, you want directions? Yes. Go. Just close your eyes. I'm gonna give you
go to the light.
Close your eyes, and I'll give you directions to your deity of choice. I'm gonna give you
the light, whatever that looks like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your deity of choice. I don't know if it's a light. I don't know if it's a fire. I don't know what they're into. All I know is
right.
all I'm into.
But isn't fire light?
I don't know. So if that's the case, then everybody's going to hell. I don't know. All I'm saying is you want to be the part of the 10%. And if part of the 10% means, hey, in order to be a part of the 10% club, you're going to offer elderly. You're like,
I thought I was in good company because I thought, okay, well, here's my logic. We were at a prepper meeting, which that's what we're preparing for. So it couldn't come as a shock. She just looked up at me and raised one eyebrow, and then 2 of the other women in the group, they go, "Oh, no." And I was like, I'm kidding. Like, it's a joke, obviously.
I'm fucking kidding. That was such a save.
Like, have you ever heard of laughter?
Right. Have you ever heard of jokes? That's clearly a joke. Who would be laughing at elderly? Come on. I'm not even referring, like, they can see the psychological absolute in your statement solely for the fact that you just said, I'm going to step up on an elderly. Like, you're not even wanting to recognize them as a human. You're not stepping up on an elderly person. I'm stepping up on an elderly. That makes it easier for me to kick you down some stairs in front of your vehicle, and I hit it drive and roll over you. Thanks, me mom. But your time is over. You know you're on borrowed time. You know you should have been gone during the 2 months period. This 3rd month bullshit, give me your vehicle and get
mercy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm giving you some mercy because it's gonna get ugly.
Right. So you say this in front of how many people were there? I don't know. I'm genuinely
curious. Only seven of us.
I'm genuinely curious because I think that,
and I'm pretty sure that one of them is a serial killer. I'm not sure.
Oh, and that's pot kettle statement right there from the person that just says she's gonna off elderly. That's serial killer.
That's a fair statement. He goes, I'm just here for the listen, legit. He said, dude, I'm just here for the seeds. I was like trying to look at him up and down, like, what kind of seeds you looking for?
Yeah. Were you all legitimately giving seeds, or was that sort of like serial killer euphemism? Like, I'm here for the seeds, and by that I mean the bone marrow of humans. I need that for my salad.
Yeah,
for my
their
salad
plasma.
dressing. For my salad dressing, I make a red wine vinaigrette with
reduction
with blood. So, yeah, I was thinking the numbers weren't going to be high because I just thought, like, if there's a prepper meeting, and
it's brand new. I think they were really going to break out in like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be good because we're going to just start freaking people out.
Yeah, but I mean,
by the amount of beans and rice that we buy.
Right. I was thinking though it was going to be low solely because that's a very dedicated group. Like,
it's also very secretive.
Sure. I would imagine so. In dedicated.
Yet here I am.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Well, you haven't given the name of the location, so you still.
I am killing it tonight.
No, you're good. I told you it's going to be your day. So, and I'm fascinated by this. So somehow you get invited to this prepper meeting, and I didn't think the numbers were going to be high for that very reason. It's select. There's some exclusivity to it, i.e., secret.
Right. We vet people out, and then we will.
Oh, what's that? What's that like? Like, how do you vet someone? And it sounds like I'm making fun, but I'm genuinely asking. How do you vet someone? Do you like, hey, let's compare prepper recipes and see, hey, how many? I only got 2. Well, you're not for this group. Or if it's one of those things where it's like, hey, I know how to do this, I know how to do that, and they are.
No, well, if somebody comes and they're bringing nothing to the table, they just want to be taken care of. Well, no, you're out. And then, secondly, if you're giving off creeper vibes, I mean, this is a Dateline story waiting to unfold, really. You see this loner who's all over the United States, like just driving from town to town, and then
they're all loners.
Yeah.
I mean, I think am I right to assume that if you're a prepper to a certain degree, you are a loner. Like, the only thing
I'm like a Girl Scout on crack. Wait, no.
The only thing that really matters though is your family or the people that you're prepping with or for. After that, everyone else is something else consuming your resources and
Right.
or holding you back and or going to expose you. Because like a
Which
lot
is
of
why I would step up on the elderly. You get me?
yeah, no, I totally know that you're not bullshitting when you're talking about the elderly. So any elderly that are listening to our podcast that is like,
I
hey,
don't hate everybody.
I like them because they're talking about Alzheimer's and dementia and Parkinson's and stuff like that. First off, I don't think they're going to be out there. I don't think anybody with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and dementia is going to be in his third month. That's just me
Well,
looking.
yeah. I mean, you have personal experience in that.
That's just me looking down on them. I know, but if you're not elderly, it's not like you're going to be. The dinosaur is not going to really be out hunting elderly. It's just really those things like if it came down to, hey, I need to survive. You kind of already done your surviving, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this rock paper scissors match, and you lost.
Right.
So I think so.
Yeah.
So for me, you get invited to this thing, and I didn't think it was going to be like an auditorium full of people. I thought again, it's select, it's secretive, it's very in the know. So it's going to be a low count. Seven is pretty low. I was thinking 10, but 7 is pretty low.
We're gonna max out at 12.
Okay, max it out at 12. I'm sure there's some biblical thing in there for some of them too.
Yeah, I'm there. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's just like the disciples at 12. Okay, fine. Because
that makes sense.
So as a prepper, you find that there are, and we're going to get back to this meeting. I have this question now that comes up because now I can ask the prepper. Do you find that there are like preppers and then there are people that call themselves preppers?
Yeah.
And prepper reigns in the middle of the fanatic and the person that just calls in that, and really all you're doing is just stockpiling prepared meals. It's somewhere in between the fanatic.
It's a spectrum.
Yeah. Somewhere in between the fanatic and somewhere between the fanatic and the person that is just stockpiling preserved meals is a true prepper, someone that can build shelters,
learn how to make medicine, learn how to make fire, bushcrafting skills, communications, logistics. Yeah.
Because I feel like there's some preppers that are out there that are preppers because they have a basement full of preserved and prepared meal and all the rice and beans and
that's part of it too,
and pancake mix and whatnot in this prepared home, but take them out of that home, they're fine.
Right, and they're not prepared. So there's actually an Air Force veteran that was there, and that was the situation with him and his wife. He said, we're not going to run. If something happens, we're not going to run. They say, what did they say? There's 3 B's to prepping. It's beans, batteries, and what is the other thing? Bullets. Beans, batteries, and bullets.
Okay.
What?
No, I thought third B was barricade, but it's bullets. Okay.
Yeah. So I think he's probably pretty good on the armory side.
Yeah.
As long as he's got food and he knows how to do basic first aid, which he does. He's actually a certified instructor, and he's going to be instructing us.
Right.
I mean, he has what he needs, what he feels like he needs to secure his area should someone come along. I'm sure that he's got different ways of hiding things, being in the military, or what type of land he has. There's a lot of different things that you could do. But he specifically said, I said, so you're not going to run for the hills? And he said, no, we're not going anywhere. We're going to stay exactly where we're at, and we're just going to fight it out.
Like, for how long though? How long is that? How long is that? I think a lot of people watch shows and they're like, oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah. And they think, they've survived because the credits have rolled and my my prepping my prepping battle is only going to be within 2 hours, and then after that credits roll and I'm watching the sunset, I'm smoking my joint, and I'm realizing I've now established my homestead and I'm secure. And then I don't think that happens. I don't. So totally prepping related, but you talking about that beans and bullets and whatever the third B was. But
beans, bullets, and batteries.
Batteries, yeah. So I found out this person that I used to hang out with is a prepper.
Are you talking about me?
No. Yeah,
Come on.
That'd
Yeah,
be
that'd be nice.
No, the story about the Air Force guy reminded me of this guy.
Okay. Go ahead.
And I didn't know he was like that. It was almost like a switch went off in his head and he just lost his shit. But he became a prepper. And it was just, I never heard from this guy again. And then all of a sudden I see him and I'm like, oh shit, that's him. Like I heard his name. I was like, oh yeah, I've heard that name before because he has this very unique name. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, I know that guy. And I said like, oh wow, he's a prepper, and he's that guy. He's that he's got solar power. He's got all the batteries. All the energy is being collected in batteries, and he's showing off his it's not an outhouse. It's like a little shed full of battery, full of the power that the house that he uses has with his wife and kids, and it's on some land. He's booby trapped all the land.
Fuck yeah, booby trapped. Also, I prefer hand-on-hand combat.
Well,
but go ahead.
He's booby trapped all the land. He's totally into, which I'm assuming that the military guy is as well. He's totally into making his own bullets. He has,
yeah, of course, obviously.
He has all these high-powered rifles and 50 cal this, and he's got different areas on his land where he has food stored in case they have to leave the house. They can still sort of stay on the property and, I don't know, make another go at reclaiming the house. I don't know, because they're able to go to one of the food stashes, and they have ammo stashes.
That's called a cache.
Water. Yeah. We're gonna get real technical. It's a cachet because it's French. In any case, I is all about that. Like all about that.
I will say that I'm learning that there are a lot of conspiracy theorists
for sure
that are preppers.
Oh yeah,
and
absolutely.
I mean, sure, I enjoy a good conspiracy.
Same here.
I really wouldn't say that aliens existing is a conspiracy because we all fucking know it's true. But sure. I think we've been over this.
That's another podcast. For absolute sure. That's another podcast.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I just want to be prepared for whatever is going to happen, because if I can only imagine what these crazy people are trying to do and they've got bullets and ammo and shit, what the fuck? When it actually happens, or if it actually happens, you're going to have to be alert.
And I think that's part of the 90% that, you genuinely have people that are just running amok like, holy fuck, society has completely lost this shit.
Right.
Let's find something somewhere that we can sort of be safe. And you happen to come, running out of the woods into this clearing with this guy and this chick held up in their bunkered, bug out house prepped to the
You're so funny.
prepped to the tens, not the nines, the whole fucking tens. They're ready, and instead of and from their perspective, holy shit, here they come out of the tree line trying to come and take our shit. Bam, bam. Meanwhile, it's really just people trying to run for their life.
Right.
And they're hoping someone can help them, and they're shot dead.
Well, I hope it don't look like they trying to step up. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying, it's like the lines of communication is going to be the killer for a lot of people in that 90%, because no one's going to stop and genuinely have a conversation. Oh,
right. Are you okay? Are you a good person?
You really need a place to say, oh, okay, you're not really trying to steal my shit. Okay, because there's enough movies out there to show that somebody's going to eventually try to take your shit.
Right. Yeah, no, I've seen that movie, and so mine would be like, move on along, go on ahead.
So everybody,
if you need to cut on through, you can, but fine, keep going.
Exactly. Everyone is going to be, I have my shit. I'm not sharing it. You can move along, and best of luck to you.
You can fuck right off.
Maybe do the same thing that people do to homeless people now, and give them a canned good or give them some rice, which is a fuck all move anyway. Because okay, if they have nothing, what the fuck are they going to do with some dried rice? What the fuck are they going to do with a canned good? They don't even have a can opener. So,
right.
So all you just gave
well,
them.
Look, okay, listen, I'm a big girl. Okay, you take my ass and you give me a can of something, and you tell me the only way I'm going to be able to eat it is if I get into it. You have not seen American ingenuity like I would come up with to get my ass up in those beans or whatever the hell that was.
A bag of rice is just a pillow you've given them, because they're not going to be able to cook it. They're not going to be able to cook it.
At that point, you don't worry about cooking it. It's a canned thing. You just open that can and you eat it.
The can good, but I'm saying the bag of rice, you're not doing anything with it.
No.
I mean, that's just a fuck you move to give them a bag of rice.
Right. And a waste. If you have a way to cook it.
They can eat it, but they can't eat it quietly. You're just going to be back, some dried rice. You're getting shot. You can't sneak around and hide in the woods eating that shit. In any case, this guy I used to know is a 50 cal bullet making dude. I forget.
Is he a big guy or is he small?
He's a huge dude. I'm like, bro, you're the king of the castle in your own mind, but that bullet goes both ways. And if there's a group of guys and gals out there that have band together, then like all we need to do is find a place to claim as our own. They're fucking taking it.
Right.
They're fucking taking it. And if he's shot, then it's just his wife and his daughter. And after that, there's nobody else out there, bruh. They're gonna take your shit. And then the cycle continues. They go through as they make it to the house with all the booby traps. Now they can ransack and live there until somebody else in their little group comes along and tries to do the exact same thing. And the only way,
someone that's bigger and better.
Yeah, and the only way that they get skipped over is if somehow miraculously no one finds out about it, or you just burn that place down to the ground so that no one wants to try and take it anyway.
Exactly.
But other than that, the cycle continues. So it's interesting to me that preppers are meeting and have already got this sort of timeline in how long it's going to take between.
Yeah, I don't know where that statistic came from.
Yeah, between everything falling apart, it is going to take 3 months for 90% of the population to just drop, just kill off. And after that, it is literally going to be hide and seek, a deadly hide and seek.
True that. Yeah, how terrifying, huh?
Because then you got it's all after that. It's just one big ego testosterone I'm the leader until
Right, I'm alpha.
Yeah, until somebody else comes along and says, no, I'm the leader.
You might be the alpha, but I'm the omega.
And they get shot and killed because you can't have the previous alpha just sticking around because that's mutant. So bam, shoot him. Bam, shoot the next soon-to-be alpha that's also, and then leave the people no other choice but to follow this new person. And that cycle continues until they get too big to, fail. But at the same time, they have to have their resourcing shit together to feed everybody. And it's interesting that, to me, it's interesting that the preppers are getting together and going through this kind of thing to make sure that everybody has some understanding of tactics, really fend for themselves, do things. So yeah, I'm totally fascinated by it.
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully, we never have to, engage that.
Yeah, that was my next question. I was just thinking it up. It's like, so they have,
which is nuts because it costs a lot of money to have all this stuff.
Yeah, it does. That was wondering.
I mean, and I'm a baby prepper. Like, I'm just making herbal medicine. That's it.
Right, because some people, they have a complete dedication of their house and everything. Like, they got the land, they got the home, their home is fortified.
It's a fortress.
It's reinforced. They got the food set up, the pantry and the basement and the cooled meats and the this and the that. And okay, we're all going to learn how to hunt, but we're all going to do it with bows because guns make sound and you run out of bullets. The bullets can only, if you miss, you can make an arrow, but a bullet, you got to have gun. Once the gunpowder's gone, what are you doing? Because that's the only thing that's the other thing that that's the other thing I see little of with preppers. And you're one to tell me if I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't see many science focused preppers. Whereas, like, someone that can make the shit that people need in order to run the shit that they need.
Right.
When they're prepping. So, fuck, I can't make any more bullets. I'm out of gunpowder. Joan over there.
What am I going to use? Can I use the wool of a virgin lamb or?
Joan over there knows how to make it. Okay, cool. Or, hey, how do we make cement? Okay, Sammy over there can make that. Or there's no civil engineers. There's nobody that I've seen in prepping that I like that. It's really like hunters and
trappers and herbalists and bushcraft.
Right. Really jacked hunters and the occasional Eagle Scout, a lot of military, because they're going to be the enforcers of this Armageddon. So there's that. But then also there's a timeline in regards to how long it will take for 90% to drop.
You're stuck on this 90%.
Well, I mean, it's intriguing to me because and this is why I'm saying it's intriguing. There's this understanding of that. Is there talk though of, like what you were just alluding to? Is there talk of when something like this will kick off? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, some people.
The understanding is that when the government or when civilization collapses, but there's no, it's going to collapse on this day.
Actually, there is, and that depends on how far you get into all the conspiracy shit. Yeah, I don't care about the conspiracy shit. Mm-hmm. I just want to be prepared, and if I don't ever use it, that's fantastic. But if it arises where I have to use it, then of course I will. But
Do you have to use the conspiracy?
No. That I have to use the skills that I've learned. It's not wasted time, right? If I'm gaining knowledge.
Right. Yeah. No. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, but
Yeah.
one of the people in the group said, uh, apparently on December, I don't know if it was December 3rd. I think it was December 3rd. There's supposed to be a huge EMF push, and it's going to knock all communications out.
So it's back to the EMF. I mean, it's back to the EMT.
EMF.
EMF. Sorry.
EMP. EMP.
It's back to the EMP. So back to the whole EMP thing. I've heard this before, and
it's electromagnetic pulse.
Yeah, I've heard this before, but like it's been a thing that has been supposedly from solar flares.
We can get them from solar flares, yes.
Well, I'm saying the last big holy shit that this was about to happen on this date was a solar flare that was supposed to cause a huge EMP, and then we were fucked. And it was like
right.
You got it. And that was one of the big pushes for a lot of preppers that I knew, that they were like, hey man, this EMP is coming. This EMP it was almost Y2K-ish. This EMP is coming.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, that's the whole basis of prepping.
Right. And that was the immaculate conception of prepping for a lot of people, was that. But the other thing was that, okay, the EMP is not going to be caused by a solar flare. It's someone has one. And on this particular date or time, or if they're
going to unleash it.
Yeah, if this election goes the wrong way, or this or that or the other, they're going to set off the EMP, and it's going to destroy, all like it will. It'll just decimate all electronics, and so then it becomes like, okay, where is that
within an area, right? Because it can only go so far.
Yeah. Like, where is that going to be? Is it going to be on Wall Street, or is that going to be, disrupt the stock market and bring the economy down like that, or is it going to be here?
It depends on how big it is, because if it's like let's just say the Atlanta area, then there's probably going to be millions of people that are without communication, without their medicine. They don't know where to go. There's no gas,
right.
Blah, blah, blah.
Right. But the problem with it, so if it's a solar flare caused EMP, let's just boil it down to like really basic. I don't want anybody scientifically or astronomically driven. Like, hey, you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We're fully aware. Right. We're fully aware.
Yeah, no, we're just totally full of shit. We're just poking around in areas we have absolutely no business doing so.
We are totally fully aware that we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We're just regurgitating things that other people have said. And a lot of times that's all that matters, because that's what a lot of people live off of, other things that other people have said.
So yeah, if it was on TikTok, it has to be true. Hello.
So I'm just poking holes in it. So like, say for instance, like that example you were giving, if the EMP goes off in Atlanta, and no offense to people in Atlanta, but what the fuck is that shutting down as far as civilization? You know what I'm saying? No. I'm serious. Like that's not hitting New York. That's not hitting California. That's hitting Texas. That's not hitting something that the nation feeds off of. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're wanting to shut down the economy, you're looking at somebody setting off an EMP on Wall Street and just blowing the stock market, and just we have no way of governing our currency now. Here's a dollar. Is it really worth what it is? People are now setting up their own value of it.
Some preppers are starting to get silver and gold.
No, people have been doing that since Y2K. Absolutely.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And before that.
But I'm saying, though, if an EMP is randomly picking places like Atlanta or Dallas or who the fuck cares, Florida, it's not strategic enough to cripple an entire nation, to set off something where 90, and then immediately after that, 90% of the population craps the bed within 3 months. It's like, if it was from the sun, then it's fuck all we could do about it, because that's huge. That's a huge solar flare coming, and it's hitting the entire planet, for the better portion of the entire planet, all at once. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
a lot of things get knocked out. The whole North America, all of North America, all of South America gets knocked out. Anything facing this solar flare gets knocked out. And there's
Okay.
whatever's left on the other side that's not in direct impact of the solar flare might survive. But then being able to contact those people are gone, because the rest of the world can't. So it's
Right.
like, and then it becomes this whole thing of where, 90% of the population craps the bed because they're all trying to fight and survive, whereas these other people that still have some sort of remnants of power, electricity and means of communication, they are like, hey, let's wall ourselves off because the rest of the world is chaos. And that's a great book to write. But yeah, a prepper or some maniac conspiracy person setting off a soul EMP, they have to be very strategic in order to shut down.
Right. It would have to be, in order to shut down it for, try to take it offline for good, it would have to be like a bunch of different people doing a bunch of, I mean,
a
I
national
can only imagine.
Yeah, it's a national power grid has to be hit or something like that. But in any case, it's always fascinating to me that there's the math and the understanding of 3 months, 90%, but it's always up in the air on the how that happens.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It could be this, it could be that. It could be December the 3rd. It could be last December the 3rd, and Kevin had Corona, so he couldn't set the EMP off like he wanted to. So, but this December 3rd, he's gonna fucking do it. And
It's going down.
And it's weird that there's some sort of communication with Kevin, with people that are in the know. Yeah, I talked to Kevin. He's gonna do it. That's not really a secret, though, is it? Kevin's not doing a good job. So,
no, he's really failing at his job.
Yeah, so for me, it's interesting that those are the things, but no one is really shoring up. How do we avoid that? Because honestly, who the fuck cares about an EMP?
Well, I'm sure that there are lots of people that are trying to figure out how we're going to manage that.
Well, what I'm saying by that, who the fuck cares about it? Because it wasn't too long ago, there was a winter that showed it doesn't take an EMP to make people go
for sure
off the rails. Because
when Laura had her old house, there was a guy that lived in a house across the street from her, and we found out later that he died in the Snowmageddon.
Yeah. So like that thing hit, and I literally was watching people
lose their fucking shit,
walking the streets, just aimlessly walking around in the neighborhood.
What do we do?
Yeah, they were just walking out. They were walking around in the neighborhood. Just it was weird because, and I don't know. And again, this is sort of like a underhanded plug. And I'm not trying to get into the politics of anybody whatsoever, but Joe Rogan had a comedy skit on that very thing and how we're fucked because nobody knows how to build anything and bears are going to just wipe us out. And it was like how people would just, as soon as the power goes out, next thing you know, people are just walking the streets aimlessly, meeting you.
Yeah, it's like a bad infomercial.
Yeah,
where they open up the cabinet and like a fucking ton of shit falls on them.
Yeah, well, I'm literally, so to me, that's happening. And that freeze happens and the power's out. It was out 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And I'm watching people like they've lost their ability to sleep. So I'm watching people just walking the streets, and I went to go check on someone, and who doesn't
Did they
look
have
that
dead eyes, like black hollows?
well. So back to what you were saying in regard to elderly. So I went and check on this elderly person, and they don't live too far, and I'm literally sitting in their driveway, going, okay, I got to get out. This the only thing that's lit is the ice on the road reflecting the light from the moon.
Right.
That's how fucking crazy it was. And all you could see were these silhouettes just walking the streets. And they weren't saying anything. They were just walking. And it was just crunching of ice and brittle grass and just bodies of people walking around. And so I was like sitting in my vehicle going, okay, I got to get out. I'm going to go check and see if this person is still alive. And then I'm going to make my way back to my vehicle. And I don't want to have any contact with any of these people
Snow zombies
that look like they're just the shadows of people. It was so bizarre because it just looked like if you got silhouettes of people, like they were just the random lost souls of people that had no understanding of what else to do, because they were just out of ideas, they were out of hope, they were out of understanding of anything.
Well, at some point, honestly, what do? You're out of ideas, you're out of hope, you're out of understanding, you're out of food, you're out of heat, you're out of water. It happens.
Desperation kicked in so precisely. And then I started questioning, okay, do I get out? Do I get out of my vehicle and check on this person? Because if I check on this person, these people that are out here, I don't know where their mind is.
Right.
And they might be like, huh.
Did you check on them?
Yeah, I eventually did. But it was just like, huh, this one person. Oh, he's not staying. There's only one person in there. They probably got some food. All right, I'm gonna come back by a little bit later and see what I can see. Because all of them saw me leave. They saw me come up and they saw me leave. And you have to start thinking about people scoping out locations of like, okay, if I have to, let me walk the neighborhood and see, is there anybody in this house? Is there anybody in that house? Because there's some shit in that house that maybe I can take back to mine.
Right.
To better my situation, because I don't know how long this is going to last.
Well, so something kind of along the same lines as at this last meeting, I was really aware of where people went after the meeting was adjourned. So I kind of hung back a little bit because I wanted them to go ahead and go. I didn't want somebody to try to follow me.
So do you think also that with preppers and I'm not saying that it's bad, because I have some awareness and whatnot as well, but do you think that prepper awareness is different and or borderline paranoia compared to...
For sure. I think we've got some serious trust issues.
Some serious what?
Trust issues.
Yeah. I think that, they, like, a prepper's respect for another person is totally based on their prepping ability. If you can't make a fire, you're already shit out of luck with a prepper.
Right. Or, well, not necessarily, because if you can't make a fire, fine. But if you can go out and bring home a cow so that we can have beef,
yeah,
then that's awesome. If you can make electricity, even just a light out of a potato,
Yeah, you got to.
That's great.
Yeah, have some skill that makes you valuable for the group. But if you don't,
Correct.
kick rocks. You got to get you because
Kick
you don't.
rocks, he says.
Because
Yeah, and that's why I'm doing herbal medicine, because why would somebody want to not have my help?
Right. Because then you have a value to the group, and thus we can
And
share.
if I know the recipes in my head, then
nobody can steal them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy, because it's like you have as a person, you have to be in that mindset, because you have to always maintain a value for the group. And the group, and if at many means you lose that value because you're sharing with people, and they're like, hey, you know what? I can do what she can do now.
Right. But you know, some things don't have a replacement. Like the ability to care for sick people, the ability to care for people that are I don't know, that are out of their mind, like, you know, like they've snapped.
Yeah. Like this whole thing goes off, and it just, they can't.
Oh, it's gonna blow some people's fucking minds, you know?
Oh no, absolutely. Like I said, I got a taste of that when the freeze came through. Like,
yeah, and we only lost our power and water for 3 days, and we were fine.
No, man, we went 2 weeks.
I mean, we had the fireplace going. We had so much firewood.
Yeah,
we were making coffee. We were making hot meals.
No, we went 2 weeks, and you know, we were like, okay, if this is where it is, what do we do? Like, we were at the point where there was a thought of,
which one of my parents am I going to have to eat?
You know, just like what?
You're like that?
No, like what's next?
Oh, right.
More.
Okay.
Well, the more, and by what's next is, okay, do we have to start sleeping on watches? Because, like I said, more and more people started roaming the neighborhood at night.
Right.
More and more people at night and in the day, but it was more people at night than during the day. And it was becoming more and more clear to me that was saying people were starting to hunt. People were starting to scope out places that they can probably start to forage for resources.
Right.
And
there were so many houses that were vacant because they left.
Right, exactly. So that's what I mean by hunting and foraging, and they're looking for, where is a place that I can break in to pick up some things that I need, because when this all settles, I'm gone anyway. No.
Right. And there's no ring camera detection going on right now. Literally, even on battery operated, it's not going to keep.
Yeah, exactly. By that time, everyone's alarm system battery was, beeping to let you know that it's out of power. Everyone's cameras off. So it was prime pickings in the sense of, I can do this and not get caught.
Right.
And no one, it was, the guessing game was, is someone in the house or not? I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Because no one, like, even with the prepping and the survival, combat and conflict is the last resort, because someone's going to get injured in there. And that means you have to either be really good at it, or you're going to get injured, and you have to tend to that. And you got to have like you were saying, you got to have your medicines down, because you don't want infection. You got to have the means to eat. If you have a broken bone or sprained anything, you're fucked.
Something for pain. You can set that. You can set the bone. You can do that, but not without pain medicine. It might kill you.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you could set it, you're fucked, because you might have won that fight, but now somebody else comes through, you're fucked. You're not going to.
Right. True. They're not going to offer to fluff your pillow and then be like, oh, by the way, I'm taking everything you have.
Right. Hey, I see you got a broken leg. I'm not going to fuck with you. I'm just going to take 75% of your shit.
Right.
Don't
Here's
get
a
up.
can of beans and a box of tissue. Enjoy.
Don't get up. Don't get up.
I'll see myself out. Don't worry about that.
Don't get up and try and object to me. This granola bar will be here for you. I'm taking the rest of the shit.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
Good luck.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm going to cut this one short if that's okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because guess what I have to do again?
The router.
Something.
Mm.
It's okay though. I got it.
Okay.
And I have to work tomorrow. You know how that is.
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't.
Shut up.
Because my work is dealing with these folks here.
I know.
Well.
All right. Well, I love your face.
No, I love you too. Thanks for the awesome content and topic. And for everybody listening, thanks for tuning in for another episode of...
Thanks for sticking with us.
Yes, the Dinosaur and the Dude.
The Dude.
We're going to figure out next time. Hopefully this is recording. It's saying it is. This would be our fucking luck if it didn't. So
right. I would be flipping tables that were not even mine.
Right.
Just
so
fuck it.
I'll go ahead and see about posting this one. I've just come to the point that all of our episodes are going to be kind of sort of out of order. This is like the 4th or 5th one. I think
that's fine.
This is the 5th episode.
We'll get it all worked out.
This is the 5th episode, but I think we're just going to title the episodes, and this will be the episode. Hey,
you know, the last episode.
Did you like that music? That was in the teaser.
Oh, I don't know if I saw the teaser.
Oh, I sent you the link.
You did?
Yeah, I had music in it. Okay.
I probably couldn't access it because I didn't have an account yet.
No. It's on the It's on the podcast. It's the teaser of the podcast.
Okay, I got you.
So go to it and just shoot me a text and let me know if you like it.
Should I also like and share?
Huh?
Should I also like and share?
Yeah, sure, do that. But let me know if you like the music, because then I can apply that to all the episodes. Otherwise, we can just switch it up whenever we want. But yeah, that one was like the music that you were talking about. Oh, we should have this kind of music. And then I heard that and I was like, this is very close to what she was talking about. So
sweet. Okay, I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay, yeah, it's on the podcast channel.
Okay, hey, and everybody that's listening, like all 3 of you, y'all just do that too.
Yes, absolutely. Please let us know if you like the music or if you want to just hear something else like a cappella farting. All right.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
See ya.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for listening. Thanks for giving us your ears. And hopefully you enjoyed our back and forth banter and you'll come back for more. We're going to hopefully we'll have other guests on in the future. But for right now, it's the 2 of us doing what we do best. Again, the Dinosaur and the Dude, hoping you enjoy each and every episode that we bring to you. And again, have a great time. Have a great day, night, evening, wherever you are. And look forward to putting out a new episode for you all to enjoy. All right. Take care.